Even though it was a genre created for giant arcade cabinets, there are a lot of really awesome fighting aids made for the exact opposite experience. Handhelds. I've already talked about some cool portable Guilty Gear games, so let's switch it up and talk about a totally original fighting game that plays so well that you wouldn't believe it was released for hardware that's older than Street Fighter II itself. Gekitō Power Modeler is a fighting game with light RPG elements created by Japan System Supply and actually published by Capcom themselves for the original Game Boy in 1998, but was then later brought over to North America by Sunsoft with a new coat of paint as a Game Boy Color game along with a new title, Power Quest. With this being a Game Boy game, the developers figured you'd probably be playing by yourself most of the time, so Power Quest does have a story mode, so let's go over that first. A new craze has hit the town, as every kid, grown man, weird evil scientist, and luchador are all meeting up to battle their very own remote-controlled robot model kit. Pick up a toy Robo Warrior and run around to fight new opponents, and collect awesome upgrades while proving yourself to be the very best toy robot battler. Yeah, okay. So Power Quest was an obvious attempt to cash in on the catch-em-all craze of the late 90s, which was of course started by Pokemon, but instead of sprawling through a mystical world full of hundreds of monsters to battle and collect, Power Quest has you walk around a one-screen town fighting the same people over and over again until you can afford to buy new parts for your little robot. The game starts off with your unnamed hero being a broke boy who doesn't have an awesome fighting robot like literally everyone else in the town, but miraculously, the local model shop sends you a coupon for a free one just in time for the National Toy Robot Fighting Tournament. After picking up your very own BattleBot, you go around town and absolutely dominate anyone and everyone that comes to your path while stopping a cheating villain so you can win the national tournament. So you know, just your typical run-of-the-mill 10-year-old shonen protagonist activities. This ordeal is a bit monotonous, as Power Quest has you mindlessly fighting people over and over until the plot lets you continue, and you don't even get the ability to perform supers until the very last part of the game. But while this may seem like a more shallow custom robo, Power Quest easily makes up for all of that by being an insanely competent fighter on the Game Boy. Power Quest is of course a 2-button fighting game, with B being your light attack and A being your heavy. You hold back to block, and specials and supers are done with a more lenient style of quarter circle and shoryuken type inputs. Every character has command normals, 2 supers, and even guard cancels. Matches have a very nice pace to them, the combo system lets you do some cool stuff, and anyone familiar with any Street Fighter could easily pick this game up and have a lot of fun. There are 5 different models of fighting robots to choose from, with Max being your typical Shoto, Speed is a rushdown character who will keep you blocking, Gong is a hard-hitting big body with a command grab, Axe is a weird alien looking robot who is a more unique take on a Shoto, who also has a Blanca ball, and Lana is a martial arts robot with nunchucks and 8-ounce Jaguar kick. You could also play as the training dummy Borat, but he can't do anything so you never want to. All of these characters come together to create a very solid pocket-sized cast that are fun and just feel good to play as. While the Game Boy has its obvious limitations, Power Quest completely takes advantage of the handheld and gives us a portable fighter that doesn't feel held back, because Power Quest is a legit fighter. This isn't a fighting game that's just good for the Game Boy. It's just a good fighting game in general. But you might be wondering, why does any of this matter when it's stuck on a handheld that's old enough to have a mortgage? How are you going to play other people? Well, of course you could find someone else who has a copy of Power Quest and link cable it up to run some matches, but thankfully, there's a better solution. The Super Game Boy adapter for the Super Nintendo actually has 2-player versus support for Power Quest, giving fans a real viable way to play this game competitively. In fact, there have been real tournaments for this game, played on real hardware, for real money at events like Combo Breaker 2019. So let this be a testament to the fact that no fighting game is too niche for a scene. And no fighting game is too niche to be passionate for either, as shown by Japanese Power Quest player Eiko, who wrote an entire wiki for the game, and even disassembled the ROM to create tools such as a hitbox viewer for the game. Now that's passion. So if you want to play a cool, portable 8-bit fighter, try out Power Quest, and check out the links in the description. Thanks!